just arrived in Castle Rock State Park. Going on a hike today. I think it's about 5 miles, it looks like. Yes, 5 miles. 1,000 feet of elevation gain, it looks like. So, yeah, gonna be fun, but it's actually a very pretty area. The drive up here was terrifying. Um, Basically, all the way up a side of the mountain. Some sketchy, like, one-lane-ish roads. But we're here now, and now it'll be fun. This is the fun part, so. Alrighty, I'll record more out on the trail. Got no idea what this is, but pretty cool. But yeah, the beginning of this trail is nice and paved. Should be pretty easy. Unfortunately, it's pretty cold out, and I elected to wear sleeveless shirt and short shorts, so we gotta get walking so I can warm up, because geez, it's cold. Okay, we have started by descending into this cool little, I guess you call it a canyon here, ravine, canyon, something like that. So it seems like we're gonna follow this for a while, and then according to the map, we're gonna come out on some sort of overlook, or like on top of some sort of rock, and we should be able to see, I guess there's like the Castle Rock, like, you know, noun or whatever, proper noun. So we'll see if we can see that. All right, so we're gonna go to the right to see I think we're doing the Ridge Trail in Castle Rock Falls. But on the way back, we'll go up that way. Goes all the way back to the parking lot, but it looks like we're going down for a little bit. It just rained here yesterday, so there is, ground is a little muddy, but there is actually some water in the creek, which is nice. So yeah, it's cool. Trail definitely splits here. You go up that way, or down this way. I think I'm gonna go up first, and then I'll come back through the canyon. That way I don't have to go do so much downhill when I'm tired. I'm okay doing uphill when I'm tired, but downhill when you're tired is a little dangerous, so I'm gonna try and stay away from that if I can. Rock. I know people be bouldering on this thing. This is like perfect. It's got handholds cut into it. Got some nice looking wildflowers over here on this part of the trail. Beautiful yellows. It's nice to see that not everything is dead, because over where I work, it is all grassland and it is all dead grassland. So, also think it's a pretty good view. Supposedly there's a couple outlooks up here. Might be better than that one, but that's pretty good. Tree is really weird. It has like normal looking bark down here, and then it becomes like red, like a dark red color almost. I don't know what that is, but then like out here where it's growing, it's blue, or it's green like normal. Right there. Very strange. I don't know if that's an infection or what. But yeah, good views again. Seems like we're tracing the edge of this ridge. Oh, I do see a fire down there. Oh no. Forest fire. I've actually been in California now for a week, and there was already a fire near where I work. Well, we thought it was a brush fire, and then I was like driving past it kind of as I left work, and it was like a barn, I think, caught on fire. So that was interesting, I guess. But hopefully there's not any really big fires this summer where I have to actually, like, I don't know, not go to work or something weird like that. I don't think it's that common though. This like porous rock, it's got all these holes in it. It's really weird. It's got like handholds, like here and like this. I can wrap my whole hand around. Very strange. I would try and go up there for a look. Probably get a nice view, but my boots are muddy and they're slick, and I value my life, so we're not doing that. Maybe next time. It's like a bigger version of that tree from before. You see it's got the same, like, almost like a growth, but I think it's just the tree. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up when I get home. Why does it do that? Because look, that one's completely red all the way up. Same here. I don't know. Weird. Alright, made it to the first little overlook here. Pretty nice. Pretty nice view. No towns. You can see from here, just all forest. Nice eagle out there. Or maybe it's a hawk, I don't know. Too far away. And then I would go over there to go see the goat rock, or whatever it's called, but it is closed, so I'm gonna let the plants rehabilitate, and I'm just gonna keep going. Whew. It's a nice cloudy day though. No sunshine really out there. It actually looks pretty sunny, but I'm alright. I didn't even put on any sunscreen, which might be a mistake, but whatever. The UV can't be more than like 3 or 4. I'm not that scared. Just had to walk through a bunch of tall grass to get to that overlook, and it looks like there's more here. So I'm probably gonna have ticks all over my legs. So I don't see any right now, but I'm sure I'll get one eventually. That's alright though. I grew up in Connecticut, and ticks are really bad there. So I've played these games before. I remember one time my best friend growing up, TJ, we were playing at his house because he was my neighbor, and I had like a really big tick on my leg, and we only found it after we came inside, and TJ's mom made us like check, and so we found this huge tick on my leg, and TJ's mom like put it in a cup, like a red Solo cup, put a paper towel in it, and then lit it on fire. That was a really interesting day, but yeah, that was a good one. I don't think that's the approved method of killing ticks, but if it works, I guess. Alright, seems like we made it to the highest point on this trail. We are steadily going downwards at this point, and I'm assuming we will just continue to go down until we start the loop back, which is where we'll be like more in the canyon, like down that hill. So yeah, so it's just a lot of rocky downhill right now, but I'm sure it'll level off once we get back in there. I will say I'm not a birder by any means, but there are a lot of really cool birds out here, especially in this grassy part. They keep like flying away as I'm trying to walk by, but because yeah, you see them all running? Yeah, but because there's a lot of birds here, I also got to be careful because that probably means there's snakes. So, gotta keep an eye out for them. I just startled a little turkey over here, and I'm assuming there's more of them because they're never really alone. But yeah, there's a big wild turkey right here. I mean, I think you can see him. But, I mean, nothing I've never seen before. You know, turkeys aren't that crazy. But, yeah, there he is. He's alone, though, which is weird. I feel like I've never really seen them alone. Usually there's like 5 to 7. I don't know what they call that for turkeys. Maybe flock, or I don't know what it is. Or maybe it's a gobble. I might be right on that. I'm not sure. So I'm not too worried about snakes due to the like elevation of this trail and the elevation change. Snakes aren't very good like uphill animals, if you kind of get what I'm saying. But I am seeing a suspicious amount of these holes, which might be like squirrels or something. Yeah, here's another one. So it could be, it looks a little too small for a squirrel. Probably a snake, but you never know. What is this? Fraggle Rock. I'm not going all the way up there. This tree, that's pretty cool, huh? It's got a lot of branches. I wonder if that's like technically like 3 or 4 trees. Kind of seems like it, but yeah. Beautiful. Moss all the way up. Awesome. Another nice little overlook here. This one seems a little more overgrown, and I am not a fan of getting that close to the edge. So we're going to take a nice video from here. Nice purple wildflowers out here, but don't seem to be very abundant. Just a few of them, like that one. But very good looking. Growing up, I used to have a bunch of purple wildflowers in the yard of the house I grew up in. It was great. Every summer, it would be like completely purple in the yard. It was beautiful. And then my mom tried to get the yard like re-leveled because it was, kind of bumpy and rocky because we lived on the side of a hill. So she had them like come in, rip everything up, put dirt down in the whole yard, and it killed all the flowers. And they never came back, even though, funnily enough, the hole that she was trying to fill in the first place did come back. But the flowers never did. Sad time. Here to just have walked into a den of like very large black squirrels, because that's like the fourth or fifth one I've seen. I don't even know if this is showing up on camera. Oh yeah, you see them a little bit. But I just walked through here and it's like they fucking scattered. There was like half a dozen of them at least. And then, what is that? Oh, it's just a white piece of tree. I'm getting jumpy. I don't think you guys can hear it, but over to my right somewhere, there's a bunch of bangs going off because there's a gun club over there, which I thought was really interesting. It drove for like 20 minutes up this mountain in the middle of, well, not the middle of nowhere, but basically the middle of nowhere. And then right before I get to the trail, there's like a gun club. I was like, this seems kind of weird. Like, who would want to drive this far and on these bad of roads just to go to this gun club? I don't know. Maybe it's really good or something. You never know. Those creepy red trees, there's a couple of them here. Seems like, I don't know if they're supposed to be like that. It kind of just looks like they are. The bark just comes off. What does that say? James? Oh no, Yai. I have no idea. Yeah, so this hike is about 5 miles. I don't know exactly what the recommendation per mile is supposed to be for the amount of water you're supposed to carry, but I just filled up my, what is this thing called? It's got the brand right there. Oh, Camelback. Yeah, I just filled my Camelback up, which is 3 liters, so that'll be more than enough for today because it's not hot. But if it was hotter, I might think about bringing my backup bottle, which is an extra like 1.75 liters maybe. I don't think it's a gallon. I think it might be like half a gallon. It's pretty big, but I did buy it at Goodwill, so it's just kind of plastic and gross looking, but that's all right. I know it's been a lot of downhill when I'm starting to feel that shin splinty type pain, but we should be getting towards leveling out here. We've clearly left the very top ridge. Now we're getting back into the canyon, so I think it'll level out and maybe even start going back up, which, going up sucks, but it'd be a nice change of pace. Right now, my shins are feeling it for sure. But this is like my first real hike of not the summer, but like in California. This is my first real hike in California, so my shins are probably going to be a little sore the first couple times, but assuming it's not too bad, I'm planning on going back out tomorrow. I don't know where I'm going to go tomorrow, but I will probably do a hike that's either a little shorter than this one or about the same. I did want to do this one first because it's it's like 5 miles. It's some good elevation, but it's also it's very good looking, very beautiful trail. So I wanted to start with this one. I definitely want to hit some peaks this summer. So like specifically there's Mount Diablo, which is kind of towards where I work, and then there's also oh hey, there's acorns here. That's cool. And then there's also like Mission Peak, which is right near where I live in Fremont. So I will definitely be doing those. Oh wow, that's a good view. You guys can't see it because this camera sucks, but it's out there. Yeah, these trees are sick. It's like a large dog. Anyways, yeah, so those two peaks I will definitely be doing. Outside of that, I'll probably stick to more normal trails. But those ones will be very hard, but they're not theoretically that long. I think it's like a 5 or 6 mile hike for both of them. And obviously it's a good, I think it's a little bit more elevation than this trail. And it's obviously like, this trail is nice because it's like up and down, so you get a little bit of a break. But when you're doing peaks like that, you just go up until you get to the top, and then you go down. So those are a little more straining, I feel. So I wanted to start with this one to kind of, see how my body feels, see how many weeks of kind of like hiking it's going to take to get me into shape for that. I don't really think it's going to take that long, but we'll see. Like a tree has fallen into the trail. Looks pretty fresh over there. I don't know if you can see it. It just broke off over there, and the wood is still very green, so I'm assuming this might have happened last night. Maybe a little longer. This tree looks pretty dead, but just skirt around this. Be careful of snakes. They like to hide underneath dead trees, but again, I think we're good. I don't think we're going to see any snakes tonight. I used to always make fun of people who used poles and stuff while hiking, but honestly, doing all this downhill, I kind of see it. It definitely would help to have some poles to just take the load off my legs. I mean, not that it's that bad. Oh, wow, that's a nice view. It's not that bad, but it would definitely help my shins out for sure. But, alright, I gotta watch where I'm going before I fall off this path. Oh, yeah. This is great. Beautiful views. I'm definitely getting a tick in there, though, for sure. But wow, that's pretty. All right, we're about halfway done. It hasn't been too tiring so far. Not too bad. Took me about, I think, an hour. Yeah, an hour to get here. So it'll take me an hour to get back, unless it's a lot worse. But yeah. Apparently, this is all nature preserve. That's why I can't see any buildings or anything. But yeah, very beautiful. I think the ocean might be that way. I don't know. I'm not from here. I don't have a compass with me. Another tree down in the trail. This one looks like it was dead for a while though. So I don't know if it just fell down the other day after being dead and upright for a while, or it might have been down for a while because someone cleared a path through there. So yeah, it might have been down a while. All right, I think we have officially reached the end of the trail, and now we are looping back towards the beginning. This log is like at the worst height ever. It's like too high to go over, so I gotta this is so miserable. Okay, I made it. Anyways, what I was saying was that was the kind of like turnaround point. So now we're kind of walking back towards the parking lot, and we're gonna be doing it down in this ravine. So probably gotta descend around a few hundred feet here, and then it should level off. It should be a lot easier and more enjoyable. Maybe we'll even get back to the little creek, which would be nice. I guess the campground is right over that way, but we're going back this way to finish our hike through the National Preserve boundary. Hey, stay on trail. Yeah, I don't know where else I would go, but okay, we are back out on the side of the mountain. Some nice, beautiful views. Some very thin trail. Some nice red wildflowers. It's perfect. Hopefully, the trail doesn't get much narrower than this, though, because this is pretty close to my personal comfortability limit. But that's all right. Look at this. Nice rock. Yeah, this is getting a little thin, because that is the edge right there. So, I just had to go say something about how thin it was, huh? Look at this shit. That's ridiculous. They even have a rope here? Come on. Okay, it's actually not that bad. I'm kind of being a baby. Don't even Ugh. Oh yeah, that's the views we're looking for. Just a little bit of a fall over here, just a tad bit. It's only down maybe like, 100 feet. Nothing major. But looks like up here, turn the corner and we get off this ledge, which would be nice. All the wildflowers out here today. It's a nice red and yellow. More like orangey red up here on these ones. Very nice. I'm assuming those will kind of dry up as summer progresses along, so I'm glad I did this one early. Alright, I thought we were getting off the side of the mountain a while ago, but I was definitely wrong. It's been like half a mile, just straight up on the side of this mountain, going up the whole time, but I think here might finally be a turn off, because I think we're up here might be rejoining the original trail we were on. But yeah, hopefully that happens soon. Forgot to do the fit check earlier, so here's the fit. Sleeveless shirt, shorts. Probably gonna wear the same thing to the gym after, just because I'm lazy and gross, mostly. I've been going uphill for a while here now, and well, it is definitely harder, cardio-wise. It definitely feels better on my legs than going downhill. Downhill is just like jarring, man. It stinks. At least with this, I'm using my muscles and stuff. It doesn't feel like, I'm about to catch one wrong step and break my knee in half. Or ankle. We finally exited the side of that cliff. We're going back inland. I think now is when we're kind of gonna get back into that little canyon that we saw at the beginning. Maybe we'll see some running water or something nice like that. But we'll just have to wait and see. Wonder how California ended up with the bear on its flag. It doesn't really make sense, because I know California has, has bears, maybe like a good amount of bears, but like so do a lot of other states. Why would Cali end up with the bear flag? Makes no sense. Some nice white wildflowers. Haven't seen these ones yet. Very nice. And it looks like right here is where we are meeting back up with where we were before, which is good. Yeah, the camera work for this video is probably gonna stink, but it is what it is. I'm not a professional camera person. Never claimed to be, and also I am not looking at the camera. I am looking where I walk, because I'm much more scared of rattlesnakes than hate comments. One of the interesting not struggles this summer, is that I have Fridays off, which is very nice. So I think Friday is gonna be like my big hike day. So I'm gonna have to try and find, especially trails that are crowded, would be good to go on Friday, because most people will be at work. And then Saturday I'll probably save for maybe some more like shorter trails, and also maybe trails that just aren't as crowded. That way I don't have to like get up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday to go to some trail. That would kind of not be a fun weekend, I don't think. All right, we are back under the woods. It's a little bit chillier here. Yeah, I was just on the phone with my mom, so you guys missed it, but the back on the trail there was like a little baby skunk, so I had to kind of like chase him down the path a little bit, and then he got off the path and I had to like sprint past him so I wouldn't get sprayed, but I made it out. But he was adorable. He was like, maybe like a foot long max. Wow, would you look at that, running water on a California trail. It's pretty impressive. Although I guess it did rain yesterday. Might be some sort of like little spring or just like seepage, because we're pretty low down on the mountain at this point. But wow, look at that tree. I wonder if this is technically a redwood. I don't really know how to tell. Looks kind of red though. Oh, I just hit a spider. Pretty straight though. think all the redwoods are like that. They're just straight up for, 500 feet or something gross like that. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there is an owl out there. He's doing like the actual who, just like in the commercials. That's cool. I wonder if that's man-made. Just like 3, 4 logs, trees. It's going way out over the edge. Not climbing out there though, because I'm not an idiot. You can hear some water falling down there. I know there is supposed to be a waterfalls up here, so hopefully we'll get to see it. Oh, maybe that's what that is up there. Well, I was right. That's it. That's the falls. There's actually water. It's actually a decent sized falls, I'm not upset at this. Okay, I definitely do not think I'm going to be able to finish this in 2 hours. Got like 10-ish minutes left. I still got like maybe, how much do I have left? Still got like 0.4 miles to do in 10 minutes. I don't think I'm going to make it, but I'm not really rushing, so that's fine. But I will say it has gotten noticeably colder, even though it's only like 5 o'clock. So I know the sun's not setting, but it might be getting behind some mountain or cloud or something. It's definitely feeling it. I probably should have worn a real shirt or pants or something. But very pleasant, nice little stream views, sounds of running water. It doesn't get better than that. All right, we just joined back up the original trail we started on, so we're recovering ground here. But before we get back to the parking lot, we're gonna take a different turn, do like an extra, I think it's like an extra quarter mile, just for fun. All right, the camera died, so the rest of this will be shot on iPhone. But I do think I'm gonna have to change my shirt before I go to the gym, because man, it smells bad. It's you know that smell you get when you like wear something close to your clothes but like still over it, and like it just gets gross. I used to get that all the time. My whole body would smell like that when I played football, because it's just like you're sweating and there's nowhere for it to go. It's just like a unique type of stink. But yeah, thank God I started washing my pads after like every practice in high school, because man, some people did not, and they fucking stunk. All right, across that bridge, that's the way we came when we started. I think it's technically a lot closer. It's probably like 1/10 of a mile if we went back that way, but we like suffering, so we're gonna go back this way, see what's up here. All right, now that we're wrapping this up, we're towards the end, I can give my review. Overall, this trail is sick. Like, it has everything you could want. Great, like, beautiful views. It's got some cliffside walking. Got some, like, forest stuff. We're completely enclosed. Sometimes you're in the sun. Most of the time you're in the shade. It's got this nice, like, canyon walks with the running water. It's got a falls view. It's like, I don't know what else you could really want from a hike. So this is gonna be pretty high up on my list. It is my first one in Cali though, so maybe there's just a lot of hikes like this. Maybe the quality here is crazy. Like, I don't know if I've been on a hike this good maybe ever. Maybe in the Smoky Mountains there were some good hikes like this, but this is pretty impressive. And the difficulty, not too bad either. Definitely feeling it a little bit in my cardio. Mostly just because I'm fat and out of shape, but like, it's not like consistently going up too much or going down too much. There's only a couple like really short rock scrambles that are super easy. So I'd say it's probably like a 2 on the difficulty scale. But yeah, 2 out of 5, by the way. But yeah, that's the review. Highly recommend. We'll be getting 5 stars on all trails for sure. So is this a redwood? Because like, I mean, that wood's pretty red. I don't I don't know if other trees do that, but it feels like that should be a redwood. Someone just left their child's jacket out here, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'll take it up to the park ranger. They can deal with it. Oh, I can tell it's getting cold. I can like see my breath now, which is crazy. It's fucking May. That's nuts. Yeah, it's probably not showing up and I look like an idiot, but I swear I can see it. Slight detour to go check out this cool rock. This is like those other ones, but the scale is huge. Like, look at these holes. Like, Jesus, man. It's a pretty neat rock formation. I wonder what that is. I don't know, I'm not a geologist. I also just realized I found this kid's jacket. Hopefully that doesn't mean there's like a lost kid out here, but I'm coming up to a parking lot, so there's a good chance I just find the kid's parents and the kid so I can give him back the jacket. It's a good chance they're right here. Because I passed like 2 teenage girls, but this is like clearly a toddler, so I don't know. All right, well, I checked the 3 cars that were parked over here, but no one's in them, so looks like it's going to the ranger. I can figure out what to do with it. Look at that, guys. Wow. That tree just fell down yesterday. That's crazy. That's a big tree too, it just splintered. It fell straight down. Maybe that other tree fell on it. Seems like a lot of these ones are down, but that's crazy. It's a big tree. I have returned to society, AKA the parking lot. All right, I turned the jacket in. I'm back at the car now, so I survived. It's actually pretty cold. I definitely should have packed the shirt, but all right, that's it. I'm done. This is the outro. Bye-bye.